In 1961, the photojournalist Eve Arnold documented a Nation of Islam event in part led by Malcolm X in Washington, D.C., promoting Black power and liberation. The series is beautiful, including not only photographs of Malcolm X, but also of the crowd. And among these incredible pictures, there's this one. 3 white men stand out in the front row of a crowd of black people, but what makes them stand out isn't only the fact that they're white, but more importantly, the fact that they were Nazis. Both the Nazis and the Nation of Islam believed that black and white people couldn't coexist, though the Nazis believed so because of their belief in white supremacy, while the Nation of Islam believed so because they thought white institutions would never let them fully integrate. So both had similar aims, but for very different reasons. But in any case, George Lincoln Rockwell, the man in the middle of this picture, admired the Nation of Islam and particularly its leader, Elijah Muhammad, who he called a Black Hitler. George Lincoln Rockwell founded the American Nazi Party in 1959. He hated communists, Jews, black people, and queer people. He's also the man who coined the expression white power. In 1964, he was invited to speak at the University of Michigan, and such invitation sparked controversy. It wasn't the first time that he'd speak at other universities and do debates. Some believed in the marketplace of ideas, and that if Rockwell's ideas didn't make sense, they'd be simply ignored. Rockwell himself believed that, or at least used that belief to his advantage. Others answered that Rockwell didn't appeal to reason, but to emotion, as fascists do, and that his ideas in the marketplace of ideas endangered the very existence of that marketplace. Despite protests, both before and during the event, the speech was given on October 13th, 1964. It's, as you may imagine, it's extremely violent, it's racist and bigoted.
Now, you were in the laundromat at the time of the shooting. Did you hear the shots?
Yes, sir, I heard the shots and footsteps when he ran back across the building and saw Mr. Rockwell fall out of his car on the passenger side of the street. Yeah. And 2 shots had been fired through the windshield, and we went out almost immediately, and he was dead almost immediately.
3 years later, Rockwell was assassinated, shot by his former colleague. Now, was that a good thing? I'd much rather live in a world where these kinds of murders don't happen. Some may point to the irony that George Lincoln Rockwell, who advocated for white Americans to get armed to protect themselves against communists, black people, and Jews,